at their own game. You look at it last night, 22 points off of Knicks turnovers for Miami, 17 second chance points, seven offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That can't happen. The Knicks are the ones that usually come up with those 50-50 balls, but that has been Miami by and large throughout this series. That has to change. The only way that changes is if there's a different focus level to go along with ratcheting up the intensity in the effort.
There's a much larger problem at work here.
What's that?
The Knicks have put entirely too much importance over the last several years on the regular season, and they have put entirely
leaders of this team. Maybe they wanted more. You're damn right they wanted it more. That they wanted it more last night. The whole thing that makes you believe in the Knicks was that they had a heart of a champion. It was their heart. It was their fight. It was their grit. And then you get that's a big problem for this team. That is your leader. That is one of your main faces of your franchise. Something doesn't feel right about it.
Nothing feels right about it, and I don't know if he's trying to send a message with what he's saying. Then just say it. Just say it. They wanted it more than we did tonight, and that's a problem. You don't have to be passive-aggressive about it. They wanted it more than we did. That's been the case throughout the entire series. And frankly, it was pretty clear it was going to be a problem when they didn't have Jimmy Butler in Game 2 like Legs was talking about, or Greeny was talking about earlier, and the Knicks still barely found a way to get by. Barely.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with him posing it as a question because I think he's trying to send a message to his teammates, and he wants everybody else to ask that question when they're looking at themselves in the mirror.
Then just say it. Then just say it. It doesn't have to be passive-aggressive.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When you start talking about being down 3-1 and your season on the line for the rest of the way, you have to start soul-searching. You have to ask some serious questions. You have to ask some tough questions. And maybe that was Julius Randle taking it upon himself to start that conversation in a public forum with the media as to let his teammates know we need to get minutes in the postseason. I don't know that Miami is this immensely talented team.
No.
That is just...
But they have the best player.
They do have the best player, but they're not out-talenting the New York Knicks. That's not what's happening here. Now, to your point, I will agree the Knicks have been holding on to draft picks way too much.
Their best player is also – that's my problem.
Well, and that's all fair, but I will say this. The regular season does matter for a franchise before Tom Thibodeau got there that was 21-45, 17-65, 29-53. Like, they've got to have some consistency, and they've got 2 40-plus win seasons under Tibbs. They're going in the right direction. They just need to add that star.
Tuesday on Fitz and Harry, the Lakers take Game 4 and are 1 win away from the Western Conference Finals.
Plus, we'll tell you if the Celtics can fix their issues before it's too late.
Ooh, Fitz and Harry Tuesday, noon Eastern on ESPN Radio and watch on the ESPN app.
You can live with that when it's a Miami Heat team that doesn't have Tyler Hero. And inexplicable to me, Canty, it is a team that was a terrible shooting team all season long, over 82 games. And now all of a sudden they're like third among postseason teams from 3 and field goal than that. Is R.J. Barrett more than a glorified role player right now?
No.
He is not.
No.
Chris, he is a minus in every game of this series. Is Julius Randle a star? I mean, he's been an all-star.
He's been an all-NBA.
Nice player.
He's been an all-NBA player.
But Chris, Greeny is 100% right. I have said this before myself. He is a number 3 on a good team. Mm-hmm. He is a number 3. The Knicks do not have a superstar player. Jalen Brunson is very, very good.
Very good player.
Could be a number 2.
I agree.
But this is why you don't let R.J. Barrett and draft picks inhibit you from going and getting Donovan Mitchell, from putting yourself in that position. They need to have a superstar player. They need to not be consistently, Chris, the lovable overachievers, because that's what they have become under Tom Thibodeau. We are, dear God, we have to hold on to every last draft pick because we can't possibly trade them away. They're all so valuable. Oh, my God. Settle down. Look around the league. Look at the Miami Heat. They are beating you with effort, yes, but they are beating you because the best player on the floor, who is a superstar, wants nothing more than to stick it to you in each way possible and stick it to every opponent that they have. That is where the Miami Heat are winning. That is where the Knicks are losing in the grand scheme.
Well, here's what I'll say. I know everybody, again, the Miami Heat are beating the New York Knicks at their own game, and we know that this series is over. Like, the Knicks franchise is 0 for 14 when down 3-1 in a best of 7. So it's not going to happen in terms of the Knicks being able to mount some miraculous comeback. Now the question is, spinning it forward, how do they get better? What's the next move? And as you mentioned, you're going to have to use those draft picks as a part of a package to bring over a star that could be of consequence this time of year. It's not about being able to stack another 40-plus win regular season. It's about being able to get this team over the hump. It's about being able to get this team to a conference finals, an NBA finals. You got a good building block piece. You finally solved the riddle of point guard in New York with Jalen Brunson. You have that now. Now it's about finding a guy that can be that superstar player, that consistent all-NBA performer, a guy that can, be a force